What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, your king, the incredulous, the incredible, the incomparable, the insane in the membrane, Captain Custody, here today to give you another episode of Wrestle Festival Galactic Entertainment. Oh, you see what I've done there? Because today, we're not doing gaming. What we're doing is something a little bit more entertainment than that. I'm sharing with you the one thing that I think about more than the title, more than my friends, more than wrestling. It's this. My personal script for my very own Harriet Tubman movie. So, if you'll indulge me for a second, I would like to share with you today my pitch for the new Harriet Tubman movie. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it going. Picture this, a log cabin in a forested area. Interior, same log cabin, okay? In it are the most dangerous looking men you've ever seen in your life. Scruffy, angry, bumpy, rough looking dudes. And standing in front of them in an all white suit and a white little trilby hat is the meanest slave owner the South has ever seen. Mr. Devereaux. Woof, Mr. Devereaux. Now, before we get into this, I'm actually going to let you guys know that this is the end of the movie, alright? And I just feel like the ending is what sells the movie the most. So we're just going to skip ahead to that. And there's going to be some stuff that you'll have to see the beginning of the movie to understand. Mr. Devereaux steps to the front of the room. Now, gentlemen, I've gathered you all here today because in this room are the deadliest, the meanest, most racist assassins there are in the South. And for some reason, all y'all together, y'all can't capture one little Miss Harriet Tubman. Y'all can't catch her for some reason. Now I need this meeting to understand how this could be. What am I paying y'all for? One of the assassins, he steps up and he's like, she ain't like these other slaves we've been catching. This Harriet Tubman, she's one tough mother. Man, she strikes fear down the spine of every racist heart. I don't know what we gonna do. It's not like she's just gonna roll into this room and introduce herself and say, hey, it's me, Harriet Tubman. What it do? Mr. Devereaux steps up again and he's like, nah, I understand you're being a little sarcastic, but in reality, she just might do that because for I have managed to kidnap the one slave she's never been able to rescue, and that's this here little girl. It's a little girl tied up in the corner of the room. The camera pans to her. You didn't see her. She was just, the shot is now established. There's a little girl tied up in the room. Mr. Devereaux again here. So now, y'all understand that I got what she needs. Now, if I know Harriet Tubman like I do, she's gonna waltz in here, try to rescue that girl, and when she does, y'all, we gonna pounce on her, and we gonna break her. And then after that, we can be as racist as we wanna be. So the men start cheering, right? Yeah, racism, woo! And then crash! Right through the window comes an oil lantern. Crash! Lands on the floor. Oil slowly seeping out. Slowly now, seeping out on the floor. Keep that in mind. It's just seeping out, nothing's happening yet. And then when they're all looking at the lantern, this other window from the other side of the room, a heroic figure bursts through the glass. Lands on one knee like a hero. Everybody whips around to see who it is. And of course, enter the hero, Harriet friggin' Tubman. She looks around, sees all these racist assassins in here, dusts off her leather coat, because she's wearing a leather coat. And not only just a leather coat, she's wearing one of them frilly shirts underneath. So leather coat, frilly shirt, leather pants, leather cowboy hat. She looks dope, right? And then she has bullet sashes going all around. She has like all these flintlock pistols just attached to her jacket. She looks crazy. It's awesome, all right? She says, "Well, evening, boys. I'm glad we can all meet here today because I get word that y'all will have what I'm looking for." That being the little girl, Devereaux. He comes up and he's like, "Well now, boys, it's just like I said. There she is, Harriet Tubman, in the flesh. The black flesh." And all the men, they're laughing. "Ha ha ha, we got you now," pulling out their pistols, their rifles, their whatever they have, their little flintlocks or whatever. And then Harriet, she's no fool. She's like, "Well, I guess this is how we gonna dance, boys." And then she gets a table and she says, "Racist, table of 5. Flips that friggin' table over and does a backflip over it and uses that as cover. So now Harriet's mad, right? She came for one thing and one thing only: revenge and that little girl there. Alright? So she pulls out her pistols and she's like, pow, 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 pow. She's shooting everybody, right? Boom, 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 boom. She's not even reloading. She just, each time she shoots the gun, she just drops it and pulls out another one. It's dope. Trust me, it's super dope, right? So bam, bam, bam. She's shooting everything masculine and oppressive. It's insane. It's pandemonium, right? Bam, bam, bam. One guy she shoots does a friggin' backflip. It's dope, right? Boom, boom. Shoots another one. He starts backing up. Lands in the fireplace. All right? Landing in the fireplace. Nothing's happening just yet, but remember the oil on the ground and this dude's in the fireplace. The smoke has filled the room. Everybody's friggin' dead. Just bodies lying everywhere, right? And then all you see is smoke, but all you hear is the breathing of Mr. Devereaux. He's listening. He can't see anything, but he's listening for a sound. And then clunk, 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 clunk. It's Harriet's boots. She's walking towards him. He knows, but there's nothing he can do because he can't pin the sound down. He doesn't know who it is. He doesn't know. Out of the shadows, like a boss, it's freaking Harriet Tubman. Freaking standing there all heroic and stuff, right? And she's like, "Well now, Mr. Devereaux, looks like it's just me and you. What you gonna do now, boy?" Right? Mr. Devereaux, he's like, "Oh, are you sure there's nothing I can do now?" And then, floom, pulls out that little girl, puts a friggin' pistol to her head and is like, "Now tell me, Miss Tubman, what you gonna do now that I got this little girl? You ain't got no more guns. So, unless you want this little girl's head splattered all over that wall, I suggest you tell me where that underground railroad is." Damn, our girl Harriet is stuck. She's in quite a position, right? So, she's got her hands up and she's like, now, if I'm to understand you right, Mr. Devereaux, you're telling me I tell you where that underground railroad is. You gonna let that girl go? Of course I'm gonna let this girl go. Of course I'm gonna let this girl go. Taped to her back is from earlier in the movie when she killed another slave owner. She took his whip, right? That's just something from earlier in the movie. She took his whip, she has it taped to her back. And then knowing this, she's like, "Well, before I tell you where this railroad is, it's a little hot in here. You mind if I take off my coat? Let me get comfortable at least." "Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it." And she takes off her coat, and underneath that coat, she's like, her freaking shirt, it has no sleeves, so you can see the the chocolate guns just boo 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 and pulsating and sweaty and stuff. She's looking real Black Sarah Connor right now, you know what I mean? And if you want me to tell you where this railroad is, I guess I can whip something up and then fakaka right in the hand that he was holding the gun with. The gun flies out of his hand. He drops the little girl in pain and he's like, ah, damn. My hand that I use to whip my slaves is forever injured. Oh, what ironic cruelty this is. Our girl Harriet, she comes up and she shows this boy the religion of CQC. Close quarter combat, baby. Karate chops. Boo, 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 boo. Friggin', man, this guy is eating those punches like it's a freaking restaurant. He's just fucking table for two. She's kicking him, punching him, you know? Harriet Tubman plants that foot. Oh, hits him with the roundhouse kick, baby. Oh, man. Dude, Devereaux goes freaking flying across the room. Freaking lands, damn near on his head. And this dude knows he's done for. He's bleeding all from his face, all huffing and puffing. Yeah. Damn, Harry. Yeah. Tell me, at least, where the Underground Railroad is. I'll give you anything you want. I have money, goddammit, I have money. I can give you what you want. Just don't kill me. Tell me where the railroad is. Don't kill me, and I give you money. It's that simple, please. She's like, oh, word? You want me to tell you where the Underground Railroad is? Now, by this time, the camera pans down, and you notice Mr. Devereaux has scooted onto the oil from earlier. And you still got that carcass that has a little, a little burning going on. Not too much, but a little enough. And Harriet looks at the oil, kicks that carcass over to him and says, the only thing I'm gonna show you is the Underground Hell Road. Bagoosh! Oh man, friggin' the cabin erupts into flames. It's pandemonium in there. Pandemonium 2020, you guys. Pandemonium. Harriet takes this little girl, scoops her up, and jumps out of the cabin right when it explodes. It looks dope. It's like the explosion from the back. She's jumping and she's doing this number here, you know what I mean? It's crazy. You got our girl Harriet. She's victorious. And you got this little girl, and she's standing there, looking at the flames. And then Harriet, she turns to this little girl and she says, she gets down on one knee. And she goes, dang, little girl. You were the one slave that I just couldn't save. And now, here you are. I have you and I have protected you. But this time, all these years searching for you, I don't know your name. Please, tell Auntie Harriet what your name is, baby girl. Because our girl Harriet, not only is she tough, she's maternal as fuck, right? So, this little girl, with her chubby cheeks and her face covered in soot and ash, looks up at our hero Harriet and she says, ma'am, my name is Rosa Parks. What? Fuck. Yeah, dude, it's freaking Rosa Parks. The Rosa Parks from the buses, right? So, that's just for the audience, kind of like fan service, right? So, Rosa Parks. And then she's like, our girl Harriet, she's like, now that sounds like an important name, baby girl. You gonna do something important, I can tell. Auntie Harriet can tell. Okay. So, Harriet and the little girl, they walk off into the forest. The camera pulls back from them, pulls out, and all you can see is forestry and the light embers dancing in the nighttime. Cloud of smoke billowing into the sky, And as they're pulling out, boom, end credits. Oh, but then you gotta have an end credit scene. So, Next day, it's the morning time. Our girl Harriet walking all by her lonesome through the forest. It's a foggy morning. It looks real, like, extra real creepy. And then she hears a sound. What was that? What was that sound? She says. Our girl Harriet, always on her toes. She's like, now whoever's out there, I know you're here and you better come out. I can hit a white bunny in a snowstorm. She draws her weapon, aiming at the tree line. She doesn't know where it's coming from, right? And then, out from the shadows steps a figure that we're kind of familiar with. It's a beard and a big old top hat. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's our boy Abe Lincoln. Steps out of the shadows and he says, Harriet, I've been waiting for this moment for 77 years. And Harriet, she's like, Mr. Lincoln, what you want with a girl like me? What you doing here, Mr. Lincoln? And of course, Lincoln, he's like all poised and dope looking. He's like, well, Harriet, I just wanted to talk to you about the Emancipators Initiative. Freaking cinematic universe, baby. The money makes itself, dude. Bam! Continue the credits.